Coming up on Mountain News this morning, some Kentucky leaders make some stops here in eastern Kentucky to make it easier for people affected by July's flooding to walk around. One Eastern Kentucky church hosts a couple of organizations that seek to help people impacted by the flood through these hard times.
Dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
6:34. It's Wednesday. I'm Dakota Makris. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us on this middle of the work week. Let's head over to Brandon Robinson for a look at our forecast this morning. And Brandon, really nothing to talk about other than fog this morning. It made your job easier this morning, I guess.
Listen, that's been the name of the game for the last several days, and I'm thankful for that much because we had a very active July weather-wise, so things are starting to calm down here a little bit in August. Thankful for that as well. Let's take a look, see what's going on here across the region this morning. Now, the fog mainly clustered in the north this morning, and I just noticed I clicked the wrong map here. So let's go back and fix that right fast because I don't want to show you the wrong one here because that's future visibility. We want to see actual visibility. So let's go back and let's redo this. There it is. So you see anywhere with limited visibility right now, which is less than 5 miles, and several spots zero visibility this morning. It's pretty rough out there. So slow down, take it easy, be careful. Buffalo Mountain is not one of those spots here, but the airport down in Hazard is there. 59 up there, 59 in Hazard, 59 Williamsburg, Irvin, 57 in Clintwood, or excuse me, 57 in Jonesville and Wise, 55 in Clintwood, and then 59 there, Williamsburg and Jacksboro as well. So again, just be careful out there this morning. Temperatures a little bit on the cooler side. But down to the south, they're in the 70s already. Atlanta, Myrtle Beach, Memphis, all in the 70s. 58 Columbus, Ohio, 70 in Washington, D.C., and 74 in the Big Apple. Heading up to 85 here at home later today as we see sunshine and warmer temperatures. Not too muggy just yet, but summertime on the way back here very shortly. Dakota?
All right, Brandon, thank you. Well, immediately following the flooding in July, looting became an issue for several impacted areas. But here in Perry County, Sheriff Joe Ingles says things are finally slowing down. While looting is not an official charge, he says numerous people received theft-related or wanton endangerment charges in the 2 weeks following the flood. After the Sheriff's Office publicized these cases, the looting declined.
They got the word out pretty good, and when people seen that we were putting people in jail for this pretty good, and that our prosecutors and everyone was on board, no leniency on these charges, we seen those cases drop.
Sheriff Ingles says although the looting is not as widespread, keeping your valuables in a safe and secure place and having friends or neighbors watch your property while you're away is always a good idea. Jenny Wiley State Park in Floyd County saw a line of visitors yesterday as an outreach put shoes on feet and smiles on faces. Our Buddy Forbes was there as leaders from Team Kentucky served with some of Kentucky's team leaders.
Taking a time out to give back.
You know, we came down and we weren't planning on this part of it. We were just gonna, and I said, you guys got to experience this.
Stepping into a community where moving forward,
what you'll see is it's hard for them to even look up right now.
Has many people looking ahead at a long road.
But it's great to see, hopefully see these families have a little bit of hope and give them a little bit of joy in the midst of a lot of tragedy and a lot of hardships.
Samaritans Feet is partnering with Team Kentucky.
Wow, so your feet are big, huh? And growing fast.
Bringing coaches from the University of Kentucky to Prestonsburg Tuesday.
These leaders, these coaches that these kids look up to, that these families look up to, that they see on TV, that are the big, celebrities of Kentucky, are washing kids' feet.
2,500 pairs of shoes and socks, a portion of the 10,000 expected to find their way to the region, were laced up and sent off as volunteers worked to fill needs and stomachs.
And so in everything that was taken away from them for a moment today, those parents got to look through those kids' eyes and see that happy kid that they know.
Hey, have a good school year.
With those involved saying it is all about leading with a servant's heart by taking a knee where needed.
Yeah, it makes a difference. It really does, because that shows people that some people do really care and that there is something out there to help them.
And lifting someone else.
Literally helping them get back on their feet.
On the way back up.
What do you think? Stand up. You like them?
Yeah. In Prestonsburg, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
Volunteers say it was a blessing to see Samaritans Feet serve so many people in need, and they hope the smile shared yesterday will keep pushing the families through the tough times. Well, the Rock Fork Regular Baptist Church in Floyd County is hosting 2 volunteer organizations. Samaritans Feet Disaster Relief and the Billy Graham Rapid Response Team is set up in the parking lot of the church as a kind of headquarters. Both organizations are calling for more volunteers to come out and help people throughout the region. But if you're not able to come and work, Pastor Willie Crease says there are always other ways to help out.
Keep us in your prayers. If you can't help, you can't volunteer, pray for us, because people here need it, and we want to be able to be here for them, and prayers do wonders.
Samaritans Feet Program Manager Matt Campbell says his organization has welcomed more than 800 volunteers from across the nation during the past 3 weeks. You can find out how to volunteer on WYMT.com. Healing to the Holler, a flood benefit concert, is kicking off later this week in downtown Hazard. It features local artists like the Local Honeys, Ben Fugit and the Burning Trash Band, Laid Back Country Picker, and more. Organizers tell us musicians wanted to use their talents to raise money for flood relief and to let people enjoy a fun evening downtown. All proceeds from the concert will go to the Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky's flood relief efforts.
So we're super excited. It's a really great lineup with some great Kentucky musicians. So it'll be a really fun evening. We have vendors. We're going to have some stickers available for sale and some other merchandise.
The concert kicks off Friday night at 6 o'clock. You can pay a $10 entry fee at the gate, and those gates, well, they open at 5 o'clock that evening. A beloved former member of the Lothair community of Perry County has died. Grace Bowles was 103 years old. She was born in Leslie County in 1919. She was one of the women accepted for the Volunteer Emergency Service in World War II, also known as WAVES. Generations of kids that grew up in Lothair knew her from the years she worked with her brother, Herman Maggard, and his wife, Imogene, at their small country store. She was also the pianist at Lothair Baptist Church for more than 70 years. Grace spent her final years at an assisted living facility in Richmond, but she could still play the piano from memory, even on her 103rd birthday in June. But 10 years ago, she told our Steve Hensley that she was ready to go when the Lord wanted her.
I'm a little bit anxious sometimes. I've got so many of my parents, and I feel like that all of them are in heaven already, just waiting. And so it'll be a joyful thing when I can get there too. I had a good life, Steve. I had a good life here. Lord's been good to me.